Hey, David the AI Guide here. Welcome to another episode on the AI Guide where we are making AI human. What does that mean? That means that we care here about the impact on human beings of this technology. We will, of course, tell you all the breakthroughs like we just did in our very last video, but we put that breakthrough in the context of what does this mean to you and me in the future, and most particularly to our careers as we navigate a highly automated future. So click the links below, get my book on Amazon, The Beginner's Guide to AI, A Short History of AI and Current Impact on 10 Different Industries. It's a short read, 2 to 3 hours, but it'll give you a lot of info that these individual videos can't put together like a book can. So there's that. The second link is free resources. The resource is free. Everything in the resource is free. Check it out. You will learn much, much more about AI than you can in these short videos. And finally, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And here we go. So there are still manufacturing operations going on here in the United States and around the world that are very complex. What are a couple of examples of these very complex manufacturing activities? Well, a few are the oil and gas industry, specifically refining petroleum, is extremely complex, done in huge facilities with thousands of employees and very, very dangerous environments. We've all seen stories about explosions at refineries. Another example is steel making and the big steel companies, both here in the US and globally. Steel making is hot, dangerous work, right? It takes a lot of people to make the steel base material and then a finished product like rolled steel or steel beams or whatever the final application is. And then a third, come to think of it, is an airline, right? An airline might have 100,000 employees. All these people doing all these things, some of which are quite dangerous, like fueling aircraft, monitoring what is put on an aircraft, on a human, or in checked baggage, or in freight, and so forth. So a very interesting short article today. I don't have where it came from because I just clipped one paragraph, which is fair use, but it talks about a project that has been started to use AI in a wholly novel way in these very complex manufacturing environments. And this example comes out of the energy industry. The company is called Methanex Corporation, which is the world's largest producer and supplier of methanol to major international markets. And methanol goes in gas and a bunch of other stuff. So this is, again, a very complex manufacturing environment. A lot of very dangerous activities go on to refine methanol and all petroleum products in general. So one of the big things that these complex manufacturing companies that I can personally attest to is safety and health. And safety, as you might guess, means keeping your employees safe, which many companies, especially well-managed companies, consider to be their most important asset, is the people who work there. And then health, meaning proper control of toxic materials and preventative health and preventing injuries to employees through lifting and stuff like that. So safety and health is a vital function at these big companies. And historically, the way this whole area was managed was by paper. So employees doing a specific job were given a safety and health booklet applicable exactly to what they do, and it'd be thick, it might be very thick, and it would have all these rules and procedures that they needed to follow. Well, not everyone learns best by reading materials. There's been a lot of work done that shows that humans best learn in a bunch of different ways depending on the person, and I think there's 5 or 6 of them. I'm not any kind of an expert on that, but suffice it to say, some people do learn by reading, some people learn by hearing, some people learn by seeing. So there needed to be a new way to better communicate this safety and health information to employees, particularly in a risky environment like a methanol plant. So there's a company called the Kinsman Group that was selected to implement a solution for Methanex, and they called it G3. G3 is a new industry-leading methanol plant with much lower emissions than previous plants. The solution the Kinsman Group did for the G3 project uses AI and machine learning technologies to ensure that all critical documentation required to operate the facility safely and at peak performance is readily available and integrated. So in a facility like this, there are literally thousands of pages of documentation. And if you're a human being and you're under pressure to produce because you work in the factory and you have thousands of pages of safety and health, then that reverts to maybe once or twice a year going through safety retraining and being told how to find information, but you still have to go dig for it. The AI can manage all this information and give it to employees immediately, presumably from spoken command or a simple typed question. So this is a huge breakthrough in these kind of complex manufacturing environments like oil and gas, steel making, running an airline, an automobile plant. There's many, many more examples. But this is a great example of how AI can be used for the betterment of people, right? To keep them safe, to keep them healthy at work, and to keep them well informed on all the rules and regulations, because this whole area is controlled by a lot of government regulation. If you go back 100 years, a lot of people got killed working on manufacturing floors or permanently maimed and disabled. That is now quite rare. I mean, it still happens, but the incident rate of it compared to 100 years ago is probably less than 1% of the number of fatalities and injuries that happened in manufacturing plants 100 years ago. So that's a huge improvement in safety and health. And AI, it turns out, is a great tool to give people the information they need to work safely in one of these complex plants. So cool new application from Methanex Corporation, their G3 project, and the Kinsman Group, who came up with this AI safety and health and environmental management system for them. Click those links below. Also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thanks so much for tuning in. We will do that live next Saturday. We were supposed to do it last Saturday. We had technical problems with new equipment as we continue to gradually try to upgrade our facilities here, which we're going to continue on. But the improvement that was tried last weekend didn't work. So that's how it goes sometimes. Next week, live on Saturday, is the whole shot for the weekend. It'll be about an hour live, and it will be a further comprehensive update on self-driving across a range of vehicles, trucks, buses, cars, last mile delivery, everything. So be sure to join us at 4 p.m. Eastern Time here in the United States. That's 1 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Pacific, 3 Central, 2 Mountain, or just do your time conversion if you're part of my foreign audience, which thank you so much. To my UK, Australia, New Zealand, and Canadian viewers, thank you so much. You guys are the best. Take care, and we'll see you for the live in a few days. Take care. Bye.